cases walking in.
In New York, Governor Andrew Cuomo announced antibodies testing of shoppers at 3,000 supermarkets revealed 14% of New Yorkers had been infected with COVID-19. But in New York City, that number shot to 21%. That would mean 1 in 5 in the nation's largest city either has or has had the virus. That's nearly 2 million people, and according to Cuomo, 10 times the official count. But he says the silver lining is, if infections are indeed that high, the vast majority recover with minor symptoms. At the same time, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, one of the last to lock down his state, says that he's ready to be among the first to reopen after having tested only 1% of Georgians and despite an explosion of COVID cases in South Georgia. Kemp is catching heat for reopening businesses that cannot social distance, such as hair salons, barbershops, tattoo and massage parlors, and small restaurants.
They can wait a little bit longer, just a little bit, not much, because safety has to predominate. We have to have that.
Oklahoma, Florida, and Tennessee are also set for marginal reopening despite continuing high cases of the virus. This is pressuring others, including Louisiana, one of the top 2 states to do the most testing, and a state that depends heavily on tourism. Governor John Bel Edwards faces mounting pressure to lift his stay-at-home order set to expire April 30.
I want people to have their expectations in check because phase 1 is a very gradual easing of current restrictions. And it's not as if we're going to be opening just going back to where we were before this pandemic struck. That's not the case. And so we believe that when we meet the gating criteria, those threshold criteria, that we will be able to go to phase 1, accompanied by robust testing and contact tracing.
Of paramount concern, Edwards says, is not just the reopening of businesses, but how quickly New Orleans and the state can attract conventions and tourists from around the world. For instance, the Saints' NFL season starts in just 4 months, while reigning national champion LSU will be the team every other team wants to beat.
How are we going to get tourists to Louisiana if we have cases spiking here in greater number than they're spiking elsewhere? They're going to choose to go elsewhere with their conventions. They're going to choose to take their vacations elsewhere. And in my conversations with the hospitality industry and the tourism folks, they fully understand that. And so they want to go as fast as we can while we adequately protect public health.
Coronavirus is just part of a string of catastrophes Louisiana has endured the last 15 years. Hurricanes Katrina, Rita, Gustav, 2008's financial meltdown, 2010's Deepwater Horizon explosion, and years of repeated flooding with the Mississippi River setting record highs. All this balanced by record tourism fueled by Mardi Gras, Jazz Fest, the Saints Super Bowl win in 2010, and LSU's national championship this year, with quarterback Joe Burrow the top pick in the NFL draft. But in a state with high mortality rates from obesity and diabetes, key factors in COVID deaths, Governor Edwards says Louisiana has too much at stake to reopen too soon. Leo Honeycutt, WLFT Louisiana News, Baton Rouge.